You mentioned the 27% targets per route run for Swift last year. That's according to Fantasy Life data profiles. You can check that out. They have that listed. But when you look at DeAndre Swift, always near the top of the league. We know he's a very good receiver, as you mentioned. Now, he goes to a Philly team with a quarterback who likes to run the ball, and also a team that isn't necessarily a pass-first team. Do you think that it is more reasonable to say that they would just script someone like Swift into the receiving game?
So it's similar to receivers. We don't just see many running backs demand those targets. You can scheme running backs more targets because they're behind the line of scrimmage, they're under the zone coverage, and you might see things like that for a team that only has one wide receiver. But Swift is really a different archetype. Like, he's a guy that can go out and earn targets on his own. He's shown it multiple years in a row. The other thing I try to look for is if they're a plus average depth of target player. Because if your route's always behind the line of scrimmage and you're Jalen Hurts and you look over and you see DeAndre Swift and you're like, well, I could check it down to DeAndre Swift. He's pretty good, but I could also just take off for like 25 yards right now. And so the quarterback doesn't have to take an extra risk by throwing the ball that could become an incompletion, or worst case, gets batted in the air, turns into an interception. But the good news with Swift is he has actually shown that he can be more incorporated into the pass game. I think there's plenty of room for Swift here.